So the survey I took, no one that answered, no one here is aware of more than two male teachers that they had in elementary school. One of you didn't even have any early education male teachers. And so that is why today I'll be teaching you firstly about that, about the lack of men in early education and why they might be avoiding it, the importance of role models in general as well as male role models, and why we need more men in these schools to be these role models, because this is something that, as a teacher, as someone who has not grown fully with a positive male role model, this is something that is very important to me and is something that I see as an enormous issue. So here are some statistics that I pulled from Video.com. So on the right side you'll see the normal secondary school educators, you know, high school, middle school, and so on. About 75-ish% are female educators, and about 25% are male. There on the left, right there, that is early education. It's about 92% are all female teachers, and that little sliver right there is the small modicum of male early education teachers that are teaching elementary school and that are focused on that. And a big part of this is that a lot of them avoid it, and a lot of them are kind of afraid of it. From the Sydney Morning Herald, in an interview with an early education teacher, it was honestly heartbreaking to me, because he made himself a rule. He made himself a rule when teaching that he will never have any physical contact with any female staff, any female students, and he will completely stay away from them as much as he can, which is horrible to think about, because it's not what you should be doing. Have to do as a teacher. You are with these kids, and you are supposed to be a part of their life. Not to mention that, as I've seen, another thing I saw from the survey, with some of you having been ridiculed for your career choice, that's also a part of it. You know, this job, you know, being around kids all day, it's not manly, it's weird, it's not, you know, it's not what a man should do. And that can get to some of them, and it can really negatively affect them. Excuse me. But main thing is that there are still the need for these men, and there are still some there, and they're all very positive male role models. So what exactly is the point of a role model? Well, as said in an article written by Simon Brownhill and Jane and Paul Warwick, they go into depth about the idea of what a role model is, and they describe it as, quote, an ill-defined and imprecise term that begs for clarification and debate. Something that there's no full 100% answer on. And even among my survey, many of you had similar but a lot of different answers as to what you think a role model is. And from the basis of the Merriam Dictionary, it is described as a person you respect, idolize, look up to, and even imitate. So why is it that role models are so important? Well, as you can see here, in a study conducted by the National Library of Medicine, over 659 ninth grade students were studied and watched on the basis of negative role models and negative male role models that they were teaching. All of these students externalized the negative behavior, internalized the negative behavior, and even had signs of substance use. So clearly goes without saying that even in ninth grade, these these young people are still affected by those that are around. So imagine if they were around half that age. Imagine with 10-year-olds or 8-year-olds and even younger, and everything they pick up. A few fathers in the audience, got to be very careful with what you say, otherwise it'll get repeated a million times, God forbid. But, so why is it that specifically male role models are so important, and why is it that we need so many more male teachers? Well, that's because as of a 2022 census done by the America First Policy Institute, over 18 million children are living in fatherless homes. It's 1 in 4 children in schools. There's about 500 or so children in elementary schools on average, so that's around 125 kids that do not have fathers that are going to elementary school. They don't have access to those positive male role models. They have hundreds of positive female role models and all the women in elementary schools, and these schools do wonderful jobs, but they don't get that strong male role model that they need. It's about, in these schools, about 54 hours a week get in the class, about 36 weeks to the year spent with these students in these classrooms with this one person. So they pick up and they're learning. They learn everything from this person. They pick up everything that they have to. And more than enough time, a lot of the time, they're spending more time with these